Hello and welcome to day 24 for this Inktober Tangles Challenge 2023. I'm Rachel from Rachel Angela Art, and you can find me on Instagram of the same name. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher at CZT, and just want to say thank you to Stephanie and Jennifer for putting the prompts together for us for this challenge. It's day 24 and today's Flutch by Heidi Kay, CZT. This is a grid tangle, as you can see, but I've done it as a border, or I've done it in the centre as in this, and I've put them together. As you can see, I've not done them opposite as they are in the grid, but you'll see that as I go along. So without further ado, we will slow down and I've already done this. I will zoom in. So I have already done this into a grid. So this is what we're doing. So all I've done is our border, our 4 dots, and then draw my line as we do, and then just quartered that, half one way and then half the other way. So flutch, I think it's a bit of a play on words, as in flux, which is another tangle pattern and my favourite go-to that I always use. So what we're doing with this grid pattern is we're going to start and we're just going to do our circles. So we're just halfway down this line, we're going to do a circle. And we're going to go opposite that and do another little orb, they call them in Tangle World. And then I'm going to turn my tile and we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to do a little orb here and a little orb here. I'm going to turn my tile and then I'm going to do a little orb here and a little orb here in the centre of this square from the line, and then we're going to turn our tile and just do that again. So we're going to do a little orb and then another little orb. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to do our flux coming off this in a clockwise direction. And what I mean by that is, if you imagine this is like the hands on a clock, and you're going to come off here and round to do your flux. So I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to do a little leaf shape pattern, and we're going to take off from there. We're going to come round and we're going to go back. And then we're going to do this the same. So I'm going to turn my tile round, and we've gone that way, so we're going in a clockwise direction. In fact, I'll do it here. So we're going to take off from here, and we're not going to go too far, but we're going to take off, come round in a circle and then come back. So we've got 2 flux. So if you can imagine in the circle, this, if we did another one, it would be there. So it would look like we're going in a clockwise direction. So we're going to do exactly the same for all of these orbs now. So imagining that it's going this way. So we're going to go in a clockwise. So we're going to take this up and then bring it back. And as though coming off here, and then we're going to come round and bring it back. I'm going to turn our tile and we're just going to do the same on all of these orbs. So in a clockwise direction, we're going to come off and back. And then in a clockwise direction, we're going to come this way and back. And then again in a clockwise direction. So always remembering which way you're going, which way you're going to come off this circle. And back. And back. Clockwise. And then and back. And then this one in the clockwise direction again. And the same with this. So these are little flux. Okay, so once we've got that done, then we'll turn, what we're going to do is we're going to make like another flux kind of going underneath, or a triangle. So we're going to go, just trying to think which way this is now. Yeah, so we're going to go under here and we're going to aura this line. And we're going to come on and this would come out, and we're going to kind of do a triangle down to here. And then we're going to aura that on the inside. Leaving a tiny gap. And then we're going to do that on this one, exactly the same. So we're going to come under, and they call it holly bough, tangling underneath something. So we're going to come down in kind of a triangle shape, and then we're going to aura the inside of that, and that'll give us a little reticular. And by a retic I mean something that we can join. So I'm doing those two because of the same way, and then I'm going to turn it all the way around, and I'm going to do exactly the same with these two, because then you're in your rhythm and you know what you're doing. So we're going to go underneath, stop at the line, underneath and on, and we're going to come down in kind of a triangle shape almost to the middle of that, and then we're going to aura this inside this triangular shape we've made. Okay, so that these lines are kind of parallel. And then we're going to do the same here. So we want to come down about here. Oops. So I'm going to come down, underneath, on. And then as though there's a line parallel, and then just that little bit there. Just ignore that I've gone round that. Let's say just ink those in a little bit better. I wasn't pressing on very. Not that I do press on very much. I've got a very light touch. Help save your pens. So that's better. Okay, so we've got parallel lines, and then we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to aura this line, this inner line. And I'm going to come down kind of a parallel in a triangular shape, and then we're going to aura the inside of that. There we go. And then we'll do the same up here with this one, although I've not left much space, but we'll manage. Come on, and then in a parallel, like in a, that's it, and then in a aura this line on the inside. There we go. And then we're going to turn our tile, and if we're always drawing from the same angle and turning our tile, then it's easier to understand the pattern. And then we're going to do the same here. So we're going to go in parallel with this line, or this line, come down. This will go up here in parallel to this line, kind of. And then we're going to draw underneath. And then we're going to aura the inside of these triangular shapes. Oops. Like that. And then the same for this one. So we're going to come down here. And these guides, these strings that we've done, this string, will help guide you. And if you come off the side of this orb, kind of, and keeping kind of parallel with that, then you get this kind of a pattern as well on the inside. And then we're going to just aura that line. And then, there we go. So it's going round. I wouldn't see that. And then the next step is we're going to come off here. We're going to do another flux. So how you do your flux, and we're just going to come underneath this line, turning our tile because it's easier. And then we're going to come back and draw our flux. So it looks as though it's under this line that we've created. And then I'm going to turn my tile all the way around. And I'm going to come off this line, leaving enough space, go under this in the holly bow fashion. And then we're going to come and go under and back. So it looks like you've got two leaves or flux underneath these bars, and then we're going to do that on the same. So in the same way, clockwise, we're going to come off this, leaving ourselves enough space, come round, leaving a gap as though it's going underneath this line, and then back. And then the same with this. I'm going to turn my tile round because I find it easier to draw this way, and you'll find your own way of drawing. And you go underneath, round, and then back down. And then we're going to go to this one. I'm going to do exactly the same, drawing underneath, leaving a gap as though it's going underneath, and back round. And then I turn my tile. And then I'm going to go, so we're drawing the flux and it's going underneath this bar and back round. And then the same for this one. So we're going to go up as far as that bar and then underneath and then back round. And the last one, this is our last step, and then it's up to you how you finish. Back round and then back round. And then I like to put my dots in for my flux, the embellishments or adornments. So you're embellishing your flux, and I always do 3. Some people do 1, some do 2. You don't have to do any. You can do as little as you like. So turning our tile as we go. And as I say, it's up to you if you want to put these little embellishments in. Completely up to you. And it is always easier to turn your tile, better for your hand. Oops, did it fall then? So there you can see our little tile. I'm just going to sign it down here. And then to shade this, you can colour in like Susan's done, Heidi's done here. You can really go to town and give it some drama. So you can colour all those bits in, or you can colour just the, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Something's making me sneeze. And then, but I think what I'd do is, I think I would just ink in this middle triangle. So you can watch this or skip. Please feel free. But it's really nice just to completely get lost in the process. Just concentrating on one line at a time, one shading part at a time. So that would be that little bit. And you can see how already they're standing out. It is a nice, gentle, relaxing process. And you can colour it. You can put different embellishments here. So you could put printemps underneath in this little triangle. Or you can leave this triangle white where I'm colouring it black. And you can You see, once you know how, then you can do all sorts with it. So I think this is really enjoyable, and you can do it as you just sat. I always kind of go underneath. Go around my shapes, this line. That's what I'm meaning. And I am a slow tangler. But it is very relaxing. And of course you can get a bigger pen. This is an 01, I should be maybe doing it with an 05 or something, so it'd be quicker. So please fast forward if you want to. But if you're tangling along, brilliant. So you get the idea, and it looks really pretty. So I won't squeeze any in there, so I'm just going over these lines, just ink them in. But this is how it is. This is how long it takes. And that's why I've not been doing the coloured tiles. It's simply because it just takes so long. And I actually don't sit at my table to do them. I sit in my comfy chair with the drawing board on my knee or on the arm of the chair and tangle that way. And the television's usually on, or some music, because I do like music. Whilst I've got really bad tinnitus, and so the silence is not good, because that's all I can hear. So, and now I've drawn myself attention to it. I can hear it now louder. So, it does look pretty with it black tin, ink tin like that, but you can do it in colours. You can get different coloured Micron pens, as you all probably know, but you can different colours. And let me know in the comments what you'd like to see after I finish the Inktober tangles. What would you like me to see me do? Can't do a lot, but I could show you any tips or tricks or and I am thinking of actually setting up a different Instagram than my mixed media channel, YouTube account. So I'll probably do that and let you know. So then all my tangles are in one place and my mixed media is in another place. And then people that aren't interested in tangling can follow one account and the others can follow the other, or follow both. but I think I've decided to split my mixed media and tangling. So there you have coloured in. Doesn't it look pretty? It really stands out now. So what I do is get my pencil and you can either just put a bit of, make those stand out. Bit of graphite here at the bottom of our flux. And here, where this line cuts through a leaf, I'm just going to put graphite on either side of that. The same here. And here. So that would create a shadow. And here. So yeah, I would just pop a little bit of graphite in the bottom here. And graphite here and here. But as you can see on here, I've coloured them in, and then I've put some white on the top here, and I've gone round with my graphite just to make them stand out a little bit, if you can see. So that's what basically we're doing. Where did I get to? Just here. And just turning your tile so it's easier for yourself. Probably won't put any there, although I just have. You can see then how it stands out. So I'll get my tortillon. And just bring this graphite up and then just tickle it gently. Just pull that graphite into the centre gently. Gentle. Just not too heavy. And just tickling that. Yeah. Again. Just tickling that. Turning your tile so it's your hands always in, keeping relaxed, your shoulders relaxed. So it's quite an easy tangle once you know how to do it. Turning your tile, keeping your arms, your shoulders, and not putting too much pressure on. It soon comes together. See, I didn't put any graphite at the bottom of that one, but you can see the graphite's left on your tortillon. You can just, or paper blending stone, whatever you like to call it. we go. One more. You can see how they're standing out now. How it's looking really. Could just put a little bit of graphite on there. And that'll look like it's on a bit of a round. I do love it. And really help it out as tangling. And it almost looks silvery. I'm just going to pop some there. There we go. And if you don't think there's quite enough graphite, you can go back in. And then I'm just going to go on this, just to make it almost as though it's like rounded. There we are. Just do this one. And then, as usual, I would just go around the outside line of this with the graphite that's already on, just so it creates this shadow, so it makes it look as though it's on a plinth or in a frame, if you can see that. So all we're doing is pulling this graphite out, creating this shadow with the graphite that's already on your tortillon. And just smudging that graphite laid down. And there we are. And that's called Flutch by Heidi K. I'm just looking for my, I don't know what I've done with my other tangle. Where's it gone? Oh, I must have flung it across the desk. So there we are. Flutch. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.